Imagine a bird that was once the king of its island, roaming freely and fearlessly among the trees and grasslands, a bird that had no natural predators except for humans. A bird that was so unique and distinctive that it became a symbol of extinction. This is the story of the dodo, a flightless pigeon that lived on the island of Mauritius in the Indian Ocean until the late 17th century. The dodo was first spotted by Portuguese sailors in 1500, who named it after a large flightless bird they had seen in Africa. The dodo was not native to Mauritius, but had arrived there from Madagascar about 100 years earlier. It adapted well to its new environment, feeding on fruits, seeds, roots, and insects. It also had a distinctive appearance with a large head, short legs, and a long tail. It was about the size of a turkey, but weighed only about 10 kilograms. The dodo's existence was threatened by several factors: invasive species like rats and pigs that ate its eggs and young, hunting by humans for food or sport, habitat loss due to deforestation and agriculture, and climate change that altered its food sources and breeding cycles. By 1681, the last confirmed sighting of a dodo was reported by an English captain who visited Mauritius. The dodo was declared extinct by the International Union for the Conservation of Nature in 2018. But what if we could bring back this iconic bird to life? What if we could restore its habitat and population on Mauritius? What if we could learn from this ancient creature how to conserve biodiversity and ecosystems? This is not just a hypothetical question, but a scientific reality. A biotechnology company called Colossal Biosciences has announced plans to de-extinct the dodo using advances in ancient DNA sequencing, gene editing technology, and synthetic biology. Colossal Biosciences is led by Ben Lam, a tech entrepreneur who founded several companies in Silicon Valley. George Church, a geneticist at Harvard Medical School who pioneered gene therapy. Beth Shapiro, an ecologist at UC Santa Cruz who sequenced ancient DNA from fossils, and other experts from various fields. Their goal is to recreate the dodo using its closest living relative, the Nicobar pigeon. The Nicobar pigeon is another flightless pigeon that lives on some islands in Southeast Asia. It has some genetic similarities with the dodo, especially in its brain size and metabolism. Colossal Biosciences hopes to use these similarities as clues to reconstruct the genome of the dodo from ancient DNA extracted from fossilized bones found in Denmark. The next step is to compare this genome with those of other pigeons and identify which mutations make them different from each other. These mutations are responsible for defining each species' traits and functions. Colossal Biosciences aims to find out which ones are essential for making a dodo a dodo. Once they have identified these genes, they will use gene editing tools like CRISPR-Cas9 to modify them in living cells derived from Nicobar pigeons. They will then inject these cells into eggs at an early stage of development, creating hybrid embryos that will grow into hybrid chicks. These chicks will be raised in captivity until they reach maturity and can be released into their original habitat, Mauritius. There they will face many challenges: finding food sources, avoiding predators, adapting to new environments, reproducing with other pigeons, and coexisting with humans. Colossal Biosciences hopes that this project will not only revive one species from extinction, but also inspire new ways of thinking about conservation biology. They believe that de-extinction can help us understand how nature works, how species evolve over time, how ecosystems function, how human activities affect biodiversity, and how we can protect it for future generations. They also hope that de-extinction can bring joy and wonder back into people's lives, spark curiosity and creativity among scientists, foster collaboration and communication across disciplines, enhance public awareness and education about conservation issues, and create new opportunities for tourism and culture on Mauritius. The project is still in its early stages. It has received funding from several sources, including Google.org, Breakthrough Energy Ventures, the Nature Conservancy, the Royal Society, among others. It has also faced criticism from some conservationists who argue that de-extinction is unethical, unnecessary, or ineffective. They point out that there are many living species that are endangered or threatened by human activities such as habitat loss, climate change, invasive species, overexploitation, pollution, etc. rather than extinct ones like the dodo. The critics of de-extinction also raise ethical and practical issues such as how will the de-extincted animals cope with the modern world? How will they affect the existing wildlife and ecosystems? How will they be protected from poaching or disease? How will they be regulated by laws and policies? And how will they be accepted by the local communities and cultures? Colossal Biosciences acknowledges these challenges and says that they are working closely with various stakeholders to address them. They claim that they are not trying to recreate the past, but to create a better future. They say that de-extinction is not a substitute for conservation, but a complement to it. They argue that de-extinction can offer new solutions and perspectives for saving endangered species and restoring degraded habitats. They also assert that de-extinction can enrich our lives and our planet by bringing back some of the beauty and diversity that we have lost. They say that de-extinction is not only a scientific endeavor, but also a cultural and artistic one. They envision that de-extinction can inspire people to reconnect with nature and appreciate its value and wonder. This is the fascinating exploration into the ambitious endeavor of de-extincting the dodo, unraveling the scientific motivations behind bringing back this iconic bird to Mauritius. This is the captivating blend of scientific discovery, conservation awareness, and the unfolding story behind this extraordinary effort to revive a species once thought lost to extinction. This is the Dodo Project,